Assalamu alaikum and good morning, everyone. So we're in the process of sourcing all the materials that we need for the build, which is mainly tires, 4x4 car tires. We need about 2,000 of those. Then we need empty glass bottles. We need insulation sheets, and obviously we need wood. So the most difficult part here is getting the tires because we did do some working beforehand, but now we're a bit stuck. But yeah, we're getting there. So because we're in that process, so I think it's going to take about almost a week for us to get all that sorted out. So in the meantime, I thought I'll just talk about a few things that we experienced during buying the land and then getting it registered under our name, and then the move and all those difficulties that we faced. So beginning with buying the land, in June we came for a holiday to Skardu and Hunza, and we decided that this is what we're going to do and this is where we're coming. So anyhow, we went back and then we started looking for online agents, and we found only one or two listed agents online. Then we had to make another trip in July to meet those agents and then see the locations. Anyhow, we were shown a few locations, which some of which we really liked, but were completely off our budget. So we kept looking, and in that trip only, we met with a lot of other people, very the educated class of Skardu, and everybody was very keen on showing us locations and very welcoming, but they were pretty much out of our budget. One good thing that we did, I don't know was it a conscious effort or not, but we were making connections with the locals, like the driver we had, the guide we had, the owner of the guest house we were staying in. We were having conversations with them about land and how much would it cost, and generally talking to everybody about it. Anyhow, we were getting all different prices. Then we went back and sat for a while, and then we made another trip. And in that trip, one of our drivers, he took us around and showed us a few places. And finally, we liked a place which was just perfect for all our needs. And the price that we got, because we were dealing directly with the owner of the land, there was no agent in between. So the price that we got was almost 1/4 less than the price that was quoted to us by the agents initially. So the high price that is being quoted by the agents, the reason is that there's a lot of tourism, a lot of 5-star resorts are coming and opening here. So the locals now, they know that people are going to pay whatever they ask for. But so they think that everybody who's coming and buying land is coming for commercial reasons. So they quote like a crazy high price. But we were very clear that we're not doing this commercially. Anyhow, so then that deal was done. Now the next step was getting the land registered into our name. Now another problem here that we saw and we understood is that every piece of land mostly is owned by an entire family. It's like 5 people, 6 people, all their names are registered in that land. So you have to have all those people agreeing to sell that piece of land in that particular price, otherwise it can't be done. So anyhow, so we we did that. That was another task which took us almost 2 months to get that done, and that was done, and I will be right back. I'm so sorry, I had to attend to something. Anyhow, so the registrations were done. We had to make sure that everything was registered properly, checked, and under our name, because a lot of different claims happen later on here also. Anyhow, that was done, and then came the big move from Karachi to Shikhar. We had to transport all our things because we were emptying our house there. So we booked trucks. First, we booked one truck, which was a 20-feet container, and the guy who was doing all this, he came and he saw our stuff and he said, yes, easily, 20-feet container mein aapka sara saman aa jayega and everything, all of that. We booked really, beforehand in advance. So the day so then we called the packers and the loaders the same day, in the morning. The packing started, and then the loading started. So halfway through the loading, when the truck was half loaded, the truck guy realized that, oh my God, there's a lot of stuff. And now what? Anyhow, they kept loading, saying that, we'll try our best and blah, blah, blah. By night, the truck was supposed to leave. This is when the guy tells us that half the stuff cannot be loaded. The truck is full. And now we are stuck because we booked our flight accordingly, that the truck will leave at night and the next afternoon we're going to fly. So now we're stuck that what are we going to do? Anyhow, we in an emergency, somehow we called another truck, but that truck came the next day early in the morning, and quickly we got that loaded, and then we had a flight in the afternoon. We were late for the flight. Anyhow, that was done. We reached the airport. We reached Islamabad. And then when we reached Islamabad, we were told that our flight next morning to Skardu is cancelled because of bad weather. And then we're probably stuck in Islamabad for another 4 days. And the truck was supposed to arrive in Shikhar. So, yeah, anyhow. We were lucky. PIA gave us a flight the very next morning to Shikhar, early morning. We reached Shikhar around 7:30 a.m. The trucks reached in the evening. Now, when the trucks reached, what we didn't realize that we did know, but we were not sure that the roads are very small. Anyhow, the trucks can come through the main roads, but then the house that we've rented, it's a bit inside. So the truck could not get through, all the way through the gate, to the gate. Tried everything. So then we had to park the truck on the main road and we had to call for tractor trolleys. We were lucky. The locals are very friendly. The local boys, and we have a handyman who is our perfect Mubarak Ali, who does everything. So he arranged a tractor trolley, and then the stuff from the truck was unloaded on a tractor trolley. The tractor trolley came to the house, so it took them about 2 hours to do that. Now, once the stuff was coming to the house, we realized the doors are very small, which we really didn't anticipate. So our big sofas and all of that could not go through. So then we had to quickly find a storage space. Luckily, again, right opposite our house, there was a storage space. So we stored most of our sofas and stuff over there. We don't even need them right now. And the other stuff, somehow we got it inside. So then that was done. Okay, the next thing was electricity. Now, electricity over here is very cheap. It's like about 5 rupees per unit, which was a very attractive thing for us when we were moving. Not realizing that half of the time there is no electricity. And even when there is electricity, there's almost very low voltage. I mean, so low that even your microwave cannot run on it. Your, obviously, fridge, freezer, definitely a no. Sometimes even the chargers don't work. It's that low. But anyhow, then we had to arrange a generator. And then comes the Wi-Fi. For Wi-Fi, you have to go to Skardu to apply for it. It takes them about, and then you have to have a local to give their ID card, because hamare ID card pe ho nahi sakta. Anyhow, so all of that we went through, and thankfully, we were hands-on, me and my husband, and then Mubarak was with us, and the locals really helped out, and we were able to manage things under control, set up the house very quickly, and start sourcing the things for the build. So yeah, this was the journey of 6 months, from deciding that we're coming here and into buying, getting it registered, and then doing the move, all of that. I don't know if you guys, whoever wants, ever decides to do this, maybe something will help from what I have just shared. So in the meantime, I'm just going to go and see what else can be done. So stay tuned. And I'm again very thankful to everybody who's commenting and who is supporting us. Any ideas, any experiences that anybody would like to share is definitely welcome. And one more thing, we are encouraging people to volunteer for the build, because what happens when earthships are built all over the world, it's mostly friends and family. They volunteer for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They come and they help in the build. I know it's difficult here, but we're welcoming everybody who would like to be a volunteer and be a part of the build and see how it's done, even for a week. Anybody, we can arrange accommodation. So anybody who would like to come join us, the build is starting soon. Just waiting for the final designs from our architect and the sourced materials. So stay tuned and please subscribe.